what decides our lifespan and lifestyle. What decides our lifespan? It is our lifestyle and how we can increase it. Darshanji, see, what happens is like there are two reasons. Because of your past life, your mind is created, and your mind is helping you to live your this life. But your mind can be changed. It can be washed. It can be recreated. It can be rearranged. Suppose, like most of the time, what people do mistake is they try to shift totally from one side to another. It is little difficult. I will say, like there is a pot. There is a pot which is full with dirty water. So there is two ways to make this water pot full with the clean drinking water. One is like you take this pot, just make it empty, then clean it, and then you put this pot straight and put the clean water. Another is just take a horse of a clean water and push inside this pot and keep pushing until the every single dot of the dirty water is gone out, and then also you keep pushing it so it also refills with the clean water. So the same way is the mind. Mind is like you got a mind and it will change every day. Your mind will change every day by the actions what you are doing. So if you are doing mostly the actions which your mind is saying, then you will be not a different person than the last life you was living. But if you sometimes make experiments, if you give a chance to your mind to learn something new, then you can open a different segment in your mind. Like what I try to do is, like every 5 years I try to learn something new. Every 3 years I'm trying to learn something new. And when you're trying to learn something new, not through the books, through the life, like how I learn the language is very simple, is I use my ears, not my mind. Because tongue has to speak and ear has to listen, so they has to have a role in your learning. So I put my ears, make them big, and listen tons and tons and tons and tons of language, that words. And when I listen tons and tons of that words, they start to flow through me without making any sense. Even when I am not able to sense properly, I still sometimes speaks right word in that language. Because it is not mind, it is not your brain which calculates everything, it is your senses which are able to also learn. There are abilities. There is a person who is teaching this. I don't know how far it is like right or wrong, but there is an ability like this that you can learn. You can turn a book and scroll it, and you can learn from smell. You can learn from ears. You can learn from many things. Even in Russia, during the Second World War, there was like a university they created. And that's why, the whole world is afraid of Russia, not only there because of the war in the Ukraine, but because Russians do a lot of things in a hidden way, and those things are not even disclosed. So in that time, during the Second World War, even before the Second World War, near somewhere in the Irkutsk, there was a university started by Stalin, that they wanted to create people who learn the skills in the day and education in the night. So what they did is they started this tape recording systems, and they recorded the lectures, and when children were sleeping, they used to put these lectures into their ears and they sleep. And in the daytime they trained them physically like a soldier, like hard works and all these things. And like it was a surprising results that they learn much more faster than those children who was learning in the day in the school. And they had a physical body also strong, because in all day they was doing like exercises like soldiers. So this is also one of the research which was beautifully made in the Russia. Russia was used between First World War to like almost till 80. It was used for the great researches, and suddenly this all research has gone to the hidden phase. Nobody knows what happened to them. It is still continued or not. But after the USSR broke, and this all researches has gone hidden, or maybe they are still going on. Nobody knows about that. And this is what America is afraid of, that nobody knows about Russia, how much they have and how much they are hiding, how much they are showing and how much they are hiding. Because you can imagine their technology only by this. They don't use this technology for upgrading the people's life, but you can imagine that technology only for this, that the whole space system what America is using today was created by Russians. You can understand their technology only by this, that they was the first people who sent human into the space. So don't see only one side of a person, and don't see only what today is happened. See also those things which are being judged by their one instant. If you will judge people by one instant, then you just become nothing more than a social person. You can never become a spiritual person. Some people say me, like, you speak too good about Russia. Maybe because there is no too bad about Russia. Some things, some invaders has happened before also, after also. That happened everywhere in the world. Russia is not doing something special. They are doing same what is happening in the different part of the world also. But this is like narratives has been given to the people by social media, and social media is all run by America only. America, like America came to India, and they was like their one of the big minister came to India, and he said like, if China will attack on India, then Russia will not come to help. Who the hell is asking you, Who are you to speak in between? And why he's saying this? He's saying because the India should go against Russia. India should go and say like, this is not good. But India is neutral. We have our personal interests. We are a growing country. We will do what is required for best to our country. And that's why I support our president, our prime minister on this thing, because what he is doing is the best for this country. Every country should look for their personal interests. Many people think like I'm little narcissist. I don't care. I'm sorry. People pay for what they do. When you fight with the tiger or with the lion or with the big bear, thinking that somebody will save you from the back, I'm sorry dear, you are taking a risk. Believe on your weapons and believe on your powers. If you have enough power to fight to a tiger, and if you have enough daring to fight to a tiger, and have enough tools to kill him, then only go for this fight. Otherwise it's not called fight, it's called suicide. So that is what I'm saying. Don't run behind people's narrative. Create your own narratives, understand the things, and there is always a second side of that realities. Every time there is a second side of the realities. Even till today, lot of countries are still under sanctions from the Second World War. And somebody is saying narcissist to somebody. So things are not as you see. Things are totally different. What you see is shown to you like this. And because you don't have your own understanding, and you have plenty of bunch of emotions which does not allow you to see, allow you to think. You ask me one question from the world history, and I will tell you the different narrative of that. Because what all the world see, I don't want to see that. I'm interested what is happening behind that side. Okay, so I'm not against or in a favor of something. Yes, some deaths happens, it happens. I don't care about that. I'm sorry. I'm not cared about the dead people. I'm cared about the live people. And if somebody has to die, they die. I'm not having any connections with that. Because things are being made like this. The war has been the history of the universe. Read from the Bible, first day till today. What is your history? What is a human history? Human history is nothing more than the history of wars. And what America do in Iraq is not a war crime. Peeing on the faces of the soldiers, it's not a war crime. Putting the sticks into their holes, it's not a war crime. Because they have human rights, no? So they can say what they want. So don't run behind one side of narratives, and at least don't throw your emotions on that. Try to create your own understanding.